In this video we're talking about me being a real pain. Roll titles. Well, hi YouTube, Brian James here with you once again, and it's been an interesting week. It really has been an interesting week. I'm actually out at the little the bee-friendly garden, and there's a great play on words on that, especially after the last few videos. It's a good little thing in life to be friendly, but also it is friendly towards bees. It's a great little place. I'm just beside a car park there, and a community centre behind, and a little road going over the front in the middle of Brampton. And this little 30-foot or so wide circle, maybe 40-foot diameter circle, is full of flowers. You just seen a few moments ago, it's full of flowers. There's bees here, there's loads of them. It's a real little tranquil oasis. Sorry about the cars in the background, just ignore the cars in the background. But it's a tranquil little oasis in the middle of a town centre. It's absolutely fabulous. And I've been here a couple of times before. And this is one of the places I feel that I do actually have the ability to come to and just take photos. In fact, the last time I was here, there was a lady who was tending the flowers here. She comes out, there's a small group of them, and do it all in their own time. And she was asking me about my photography, but instead of shouting and bawling and swearing and calling me names and things, she was just asking me nicely what I was doing and why I was doing it. And I just said that because it was a really nice little place to be, and we had such a nice conversation. And I thanked her for what she does and her colleagues do on this, because it really is beautiful here. So I'm at the bee-friendly garden in Brampton. I'm just going to cough. You will find that my coughing, because I've still got the cold that I had, you'll find that my coughing is going to be regular. And so don't knock your ears out. I'll try and cut it out every so often. So every time you see one of those little edits, it's because I've just coughed. And they are loud. And that's part of the story today. You may be wondering what on earth is going on with that title. Well, I'll tell you in a few minutes, so keep watching. But before I hit that, there's a lead up to it, and that's the lead up which was the previous video. Thank you to everybody who made comments and liked and watched that previous video. There's been 2 or 3 videos. I feel a little bit of a fraud in that I haven't done a camera review or a proper camera video for a little while, but they have certainly been photography related. There's no denying it's to do with photography. And if you didn't know what the last video was, there's a little link to it above. But that's the one where the young lady, oh, I took some saying, the young lady in the middle of Carlisle decided that she wanted to make huge demands, and she was quite caustic and nasty and used some pretty foul language. And I was meant to edit that bit out. Never mind, if I've just blown your ears out, I do apologise. But it was that video, and I got so many comments back and so many likes and things. I've got an unbelievable audience here. You'd think there'd be a lot of nasty comments as well. I didn't get any nasty ones, but if there was any which were on the negative side, it was probably in the fingers of one hand with fingers to spare. But I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of really supportive comments with all sorts of ideas as to what may have caused it to happen, how to deal with it. Was it mainly women who caused me the problems? Was it mainly men caused me these problems? Is it because I'm an old fossil, an old grey gammony fossil? Is it, you know, if I'd been young and good looking, might that be different? There's lots of really interesting ideas came out. Some people have had lots of problems themselves, put mine to shame. Some people have had no problems for the whole of their photography career. It really was interesting to read. I'm not giving up photography. I think a couple of you thought that maybe I'm giving up photography. Quite the opposite. I'm giving up street photography for a while, and only in certain places as well. When I go to Cyprus, I'm going to Cyprus in a week or two's time, I'll be taking photographs of over there in the street because I feel so comfortable with it. But I'll be keeping out of my local areas, shall we say. Some of it was to do with time of day. I don't think the time of day is anything particular about it. I'd waited until most of the crowds had gone. Maybe I should go down when there is crowds. I don't know. However, the big point is, I think there's an awful lot positive came from that video, and thank you so much for sharing it with me and sharing your suggestions. The problem is, it really stressed me out. It really did stress me out. And that was filmed on the Sunday. I still had my cold. I've still got my cold. It's terrible. Sniffing and coughing. But I've been coughing really badly, but that stressed me out as well on the whole thing. And on Wednesday, instead of going to my Rotary lunch, I didn't go to Rotary on Wednesday. I wasn't feeling well enough and didn't fancy sharing my cold with my colleagues. So I stayed at home. And come tea time, come evening meal time, Mrs. Four-Thirds, wonderful woman that she is, I nearly said she cooked me a salad. She didn't cook me a salad. She made me a salad. And of course with salads, they're fairly low in calorie, but they do bulk you up and can cause you a bit of indigestion. And so just after my meal, I thought, I need a toilet. I desperately need a toilet, and I've got quite bad indigestion. I feel almost nauseous. Mrs. Four-Thirds was out the back, and I went up to the bathroom, and as I sat down, I got an instant sweep of nausea. I got an instant sweep of pain in the top of my stomach, bottom of my sternum, top of my stomach, and within seconds I was rolling on the floor, and it felt as if I had an elephant standing on my chest. And at the same time, in the same place but on the back, someone was kicking me. It felt as if I was being kicked hard in the back and an elephant standing in my front, both at the same time. Mrs. Four-Thirds had heard me go down. She knew I wasn't too well, so she came dashing upstairs and helped me. And she's an ambulance medic, a medic who drives accident emergency blue light ambulances in the UK. So she's well versed to dealing with these sort of things. And she was saying, "What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong." I couldn't speak. I just could not speak. I was managing to get the odd little word out. And she tells me quite often about pain levels. You know, give me an idea of your pain from 1 to 10, where 1 is no pain and 10 is you're basically dying. You're in so much pain that you're almost dying. And I honestly answered her high 9. I was at a high 9 level of pain. It was incredible. And she asked me where the pain was, and I told her. And she said, "Right, let's get you downstairs." So she got me downstairs, and she was trying to communicate, and I just couldn't communicate. I couldn't speak. She eventually said, "You know, what is it?" And I said, "I think I'm having a heart attack. Get me some aspirin." "I think I'm having a heart attack. Get me some aspirin now, please." So she got me some aspirin, and I took that down. By this time, the pain level was probably sitting around about a 6 or 7. She said, "What do you want to do?" And the ambulance from us takes 20-25 minutes to get out from Carlisle to where we are, and similar sort of time to get back again. So it's a 40-minute round trip for the ambulance to pick me up. And I said, I think I need to go to A&E, I need to go to hospital. So her being an ambulance medic, she just threw me in the car and it took me down there. The interesting thing was, I could feel myself just so tired. The pain level by this is sitting probably about 6, 7. And I could feel myself tired and I wanted to go to sleep. And she said, don't go to sleep. And I suddenly thought, yeah, I can't go to sleep. Do not go to sleep. So I was trying to keep myself awake, and the silly thing is I'm a former electronics engineer, and if any of you are into electronics, you know that resistors have colour bands around that tell you what the value is. Black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, grey and white, if I remember right. I was trying to recite these off to try and keep myself awake. I was rolling off resistor values. So what would it be for a 4.7 kilo ohm resistor? Ridiculous things, but it kept me awake. I can't remember any of the rest of the journey. Got down there and straight into A&E. Fantastic. I was put straight in an ECG. Great team, Cumberland Infirmary. I was put straight in an ECG, which came back clear. So my trace was clear. Didn't show that I hadn't had a heart attack, but it didn't. It showed I wasn't having one then, but it didn't show that I hadn't had one. So they took a blood test, and the results came back with that clear from the heart, which was fabulous. I wasn't having a heart attack, but that didn't explain what was going on. And there's been a few sort of things. The blood test showed I have high liver readings, but I had a gallbladder taken out a few years ago because I thought there may have been a gallbladder in there, because gallbladder pain is a similar pain. I've had that before. But because I'd had a gallbladder taken out, it could have been that there was a gallstone had been left behind. But also with the stress levels I'd had just a few days beforehand, and also the fact that I'd been heavily coughing. It is possible that I'd pulled the muscles in my back, round about the chest area, or been coughing. It could be that I trapped a nerve in that area, and also with the increased stress that I've been under, could be why my body had the reaction that it did. So that was it. That was Wednesday. So it's left me in a bit of a bad place. However, the good thing is I didn't have a heart attack. I'm pretty much back to normal what I was. My heart condition's actually pretty good, considering I'm a grossly overweight man, in his 60s. I'll be 63 next week. It's great. Next week or the week after, I can't remember. End of the month, week after. But yes, so from that point of view, I'm really pleased that I wasn't having a heart attack. It's left a few little issues. I have to get more blood tests to see what's happening with my liver, and I've still got this bad cold, but that's the reason I haven't done a video since the one last week. And it's also the reason why I'm not doing another photography one until the next one. But I do have some really good ideas for photography. One thing I will do photography-wise, he said, changing the subject very quickly. Those nice people at Kent Faith, hello people at Kent Faith, you've been really good with me, sent me through some filters, and I'm going to do a review on these filters. But they're a really neat little pack. I'm not a great filter user. I'm not a great filter user at all. I used to use ND filters when I was doing studio work, if I had a mixture of strobe and constant light. And I do like circular polarizers, because nothing in post-production can give you this sort of circular polarizer effect. But it's this. It cost about £60, I think, for the pack. Lovely little pack. They are individual to the lens sizes. Lovely little pack here. And inside you have a ring which goes on the lens. This one's a 56mm, and you have various filters. There's a UV filter which I've left in there. There is a 10-stop ND filter. Can't see me. Oh, you can. Yeah, you can just about. It's alternate there. And a circular. Oh, hang on. A 10-stop ND filter. Now you can't see me. And a circular polarizer. So 3 little filters in the pack, with the filter ring for 56mm in this case. You can get loads of different sizes for them, but it's magnetic, so you can leave this on the front of the camera. Use your lens cap on it if you want to, but click the lens on, it's magnetic, and instead of having all the sort of mechanism on the expensive part on the circular polarizer, you just turn it on the magnetic ring, for turning your CP. I've got a review of these coming up very soon, but so watch out for that. But I just thought I'd let you know that this is in the pipeline. So I'll pop these back in the case. I have done a video recently which has been released on my Patreon channel. If you are a Patreon patron, you'll already had the chance to see that. You get the chance to see it 2 weeks before the normal YouTube viewers do. So that's been released already. If you would like to become a patron like these wonderful people here are, then there's a link below, and I'd love to have you as one of the patrons. I would also like to say thank you to all the people who bought me a coffee and give me a super thanks, especially in the light of the last video. Again, if you would like to do any of them, they're in the description below for the buy me a coffee. The super thanks is one of the buttons. But they're really appreciated as one-off support payments for the channel as well. I would also love to say a big thank you to the 1.5 million viewers I've had. 1.5 million views on my channel is just awesome. Unbelievable. And that happened yesterday. So thank you all for that. That's knocked me out. Really has knocked me out. And I'm very close to the 12,000 subscribers as well. I think it was about 10 away when I looked earlier on. I might have even reached it by the time I do this video. So again, thank you to all those, and thank you to the new subscribers who came on the channel after the last video. What else have I got in the pipeline for you there? I've got a whole load of good videos coming up on photography. Not so much on cameras themselves, but on photography. And I'm going to be bringing you those the next couple of weeks. And I'm really looking forward to getting those up because they're positive. And instead of what we've had with this last couple of negative things about photography, I've got some really good positive things coming up, and some really good things which are, in my opinion, the essence of what makes photography fun for people. So keep watching the videos for them. But anyway, till the next time, I'm going to bid you goodbye. I'm going to wish you the very best of luck. I won't be taking my camera out doing street photography, but I will be taking out having fun with it. And I hope you take your camera out and have fun with your photos wherever you take them. Till the next time, bye-bye.